Do you hear that really loud bird? Welcome everybody to today's devotions for June 14th. He's gonna be so distracting. I can't even see him. I can kind of hear him. Oh, well, I can kind of hear him. Of course I hear him. The vicinity of where he is. But I can't pinpoint his exact location. It's so funny. Today's devotion is titled Texts, Troubles, and Triumphs. Oh, that's so funny. And the Bible reading is from Hebrews chapter 11, verses 32, 35, and 35 to 40. And what more shall I say? I do not have time to tell about Gideon, Barak, Samson, and Jephthah, about David and Samuel and the prophets. Women received back their dead, raised to life again. There were others who were tortured, refusing to be released, so that they might gain an even better resurrection. Some faced jeers and flogging, and even chains and imprisonment. They were put to death by stoning. They were sawed in two. They were killed by a sword. They went about in sheepskins and goatskins, destitute, persecuted, and mistreated. The world was not worthy of them. They wandered in deserts and mountains, living in caves and in holes in the ground. These were all commended for their faith, yet none of them received what had been promised, since God had planned something better for us, so that only together with us would they be made perfect. Jimmy hadn't allowed the reality of social unrest, danger, and discomfort to keep him from traveling to one of the poorest countries in the world to encourage ministry couples. The steady stream of text messages to our team back home revealed the challenges he encountered. Okay, boys, activate the prayer line. We've gone 10 miles in the last 2 hours. Car has overheated a dozen times. Transportation setbacks meant that he arrived just before midnight to preach to those who'd waited for 5 hours. Later, we received a text with a different tone. Amazing, sweet time of fellowship. About a dozen people came forward for prayer. It was a powerful night. Faithfully serving God can be challenging. The exemplars of faith listed in Hebrews 11 would agree. Compelled by their faith in God, ordinary men and women faced uncomfortable and unfathomable circumstances. Some faced jeers and flogging, and even chains and imprisonment. Their faith compelled them to take risks and rely on God for the outcome. The same is true for us. Living out our faith may not take us to risky places far away, but it may well take us across the street, or across the campus, or to an empty seat in a lunchroom or boardroom. Risky? Perhaps, but the rewards, now or later, will be well worth the risks as God helps us. How can you take a risk and follow Jesus even though it might be uncomfortable? What keeps you playing it safe? I see the bird has moved on now that we're done. Thank you for joining me for today's devotion, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.